Hey guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming and I'm reporting from my kitchen. This is an older video, but I thought as I'm making a series on every single hero, you should get Maloch as well. So this is my Maloch video where I play Maloch not on the solo lane as some people do it, but this is going to be the support. This is going to be Maloch support. And while I did not have the greatest success, like this is not going to be one of these crazy MVP videos, oh my god, 100,000 assists or whatever the stuff. This is just like a normal video to show you some Maloch. I don't know if you guys have Maloch. I don't know if you play a lot against Maloch, but I'm gonna talk briefly about his abilities and I will just show you like common normal situations that you will face if you're playing this champion. There will be good situations, there will be bad situations. This is not a guide video, this is nothing crazy, this is not the 10 greatest outplays in the world. This is just some footage and some gameplay for you to enjoy. And if you enjoy my channel, I'm going to be talking about it and I'm going to be making some jokes and stuff like that, so this should be entertaining for you. This is not a guide or some sort of lesson. And the game was special. As you can see, we are against a really strange lane consisting of Wukong and Joker on the other hand. And Wukong is a really strange hero for like having the support role, because Wukong is really good at sneaking in, getting kills. Like, you know, he is this crazy type of assassin guy. That is his role. That is what he is supposed to be. And therefore, dog here. And therefore, it's quite strange for Wukong to be helping out on the solo lane, as the only thing that you're going to achieve if you are the Wukong in the team, you will be the one stealing kills from your AD carry, because obviously your primary role is to get into fights, to get into the back line and to get those kills that usually are the most important ones, because you are going to deal with the damage dealers. And here you can see a pretty strange thing going on, and if that Joker would have hit his ability, that would have been a dead butterfly. I don't know what she was thinking. Here, that was a perfect example. Wukong jumps in with his ability, goes to stealth, backs off. This is what you are going to do. So guys, let's talk about, we have 22 minutes now. Let's talk briefly about the abilities of Maloch. Maloch is sort of a tank, harass, warrior model, and I do believe that he doesn't scale too heavily on armor and health as other tanks such as Thane, for example. That's like not in my build. Maybe you have an other build that you can share or that you can talk about, and I haven't played him with tank runes. So his first ability is called Glaive, and what Glaive does is basically you can see this half moon shaped circle, and it does take some time to kind of load up. So you have this, at first you have the AOE signage, so you've got the thing going on, and afterwards the effect hits. So this is kind of like this is something that you have to bear in mind. It's not a ability that goes off immediately. It takes a short time to actually hit the enemy. That's your one, and it applies a damage multiplier. So this is, or it's damage addition. This is your one. Your two is some sort of strange demon soaking power. You have like it's like some kind of a spray template that you see if you hit the button, and what it actually does is it slows enemies, and you will get a shield depending on how many enemies you have had in range. So this is kind of your initiation skill. So as soon as you go in, you hit that skill, you get the shield, and you are able to just withstand more damage because the shield fills up the more enemies are around you. So this is the one that you want to take if you want to play safely on the lane. And then we come to the ultimate. The ultimate is basically another pretty large template. I think it's one of the, I would say it's one of the largest templates that the characters in Arena of Valor actually have. And it will take some time channeling. And after a channel, Maloch will immediately fly to, yeah, you can see it here, perfect. Maloch flies immediately to the enemy. And after he's done that, he will land on the ground, he will crush the ground, and he is going to knock everyone up that is underneath the template. But as this ability takes some channeling time as well, you have to be careful how you time it. And there will be a situation later in the game where you can actually see how bad my timing was. And this is just, here you see the template, and I got him. That cost me my life, but nonetheless, we have destroyed the tower, so this was the important move. Towers are more important than your life, and that is just a really poor fact. Yeah, as you can see, my build is pretty tanky. I packed in all the tank items. Of course, that being said, my damage isn't that high because I don't have the damage items. Like, I think you can play him in a sort of Florentino Richter build as well. So you would go for the Mantle of Ra. You will also do Rank Breaker or the Spear of the Longinus. You can also go with the Aegis, so you should have something against magic damage. I would take Greaves or the Sonic Boots depending on what I face more. So does the enemy have loads of crowd control? Yes, so, and is the team mage heavies, then I would always go for the, and he just skipped, like with his ability, he just ruined my ult. Look at that. Okay, and there we go. I would also go for, like, I would always take Rank Breaker. I think Rank Breaker is pretty beefy. It's pretty good. And here I'm dying because I want to get the Taloners out, and this is what the support is supposed to do. So that kill isn't something that I did not intended to do after I spotted that we've been caught. Let me think about it. I would always go for with Fenrir's Tooth, because just to get that little more extra damage, it's quite important for you as well. And you could go with Omni. You could also go, for example, I'd say, I wouldn't take like Blitz or something like that, and I wouldn't take any of the attack speed items, because your bread and butter is your glaive, so you should take a look on that. Beast could be quite okay-ish, but on the other hand, I mean, Beast is a really strong item, especially after the reset. And there comes the flash out of my range. Let me think about it. Like, this is another item that I would always go for. I think with Rank Breaker and sort of Spear of the Longinus, you're quite alright. And then you can, it depends if you want to take the Omni Arms or if you want to take something else. Not too sure and not too sold on that. Like, I think it doesn't really matter. Both of these items and all of these items are fine, so you're good to go. As long as you've got the Rank Breaker, your armor penetration will be quite nice. With the Spear, it will be even nicer. And then you can put on the Fenrir's, and as soon as you have that, I wouldn't take the Sancti, like the Sancti with the crit. That doesn't make any sense. Not on Maloch. That's a waste of space. Look how much shield I get like from this. And here I used my ult to just back off because I wanted to go home. So this is something that I would always take into consideration. And on the other hand, what I would always do, I would try to max out my tank runes, because the more health you get, the better it is. Because you usually spam your glaive only. Like, this is what the Maloch build does all the time. So it's going in, popping up your shield. That would be like my solid combo. I would try to go in with my ult, initiate the fight, then I would get my shield, because your job as a tank support is to last as long as possible. So therefore I would go pop ult, go in, and pop shield, and then I would just glaive my way through the enemy. And I would just spam the glaive as much as possible. That would be the tactics that I would intend with Maloch as soon as I got him. And we get him quite nicely. So I'm gonna die once more, and I'm gonna kill someone once more, but this game, as you can see, the tower difference, this game is pretty much over. 12-6, that's not too great, like it wasn't a slaughter fest, but it doesn't really matter, because you want to win games. It's not about getting the most kills or getting something off that. It doesn't really matter. And here comes the ult. That was positioned quite nicely, but as I said, it takes some practice, and I'm not a Maloch pro, and I'm not a Maloch main, so this is just some kind of gameplay, because I want to finish every single character on my channel. Like, I think I should have that for obvious reasons, because I need to be found more. But yeah, I can do some Maloch games, because I think he's a pretty cool character. Like, he plays quite nicely. He is quite beefy. I like that a lot. I like this ult is fantastic. I think it's just great. Look at that. Like, the Violet was 2 levels ahead of me, and the Violet usually at that level and at that time, that is supposed to be her power spike. Like, that's pretty crazy. And she had a lot of kills in the early game, so she's not super fat, but she should be quite alrightish, and she wasn't able to kill me off. So this is how beefy you get in the end. I just have the feeling that he has been a lot beefier in the past. Like, I've played him when the game was released in Germany, and I have been using him quite some time in free matches, and now I have him finally. Like, I got him from the lucky draw a couple of times before, and yeah, I'm just taking damage from my team in order to make them get the enemy and get the fight, and unfortunately it doesn't happen. That was kind of a waste of time, but I didn't see the Airy in the game, like, ever. Like, that could happen now, but it didn't really work. And here you can see how much damage Maganga does. It's crazy. Like, Arden doesn't stand a single chance, and there was the ult dominating. Like, that's so crazy. 6-0-1, and that is Maganga after the latest update. Like, that's how crazy he is. That's like, I'm talking about the January update. I think there's one to be out pretty soonish, but doesn't really matter for you guys. This game is almost over. I just hope that you have got that you were able to catch like a brief look on what Maloch is able to do. Maybe it's going to help you decide if you want to play him. Like, I think he's not too shabby in the current meta. There will be enemies who are better than him, but I think his kit is quite solid. You've got the initiating tool with his ult. You have the shield bonus that you get. Your health amount is quite decent. As I said, I just have the feeling that other characters are able to get more health and be more beefy. It feels like it. Like, I don't have the numbers, guys. It just feels like your damage is chipped away faster, but eventually that just comes from the experience that I've got with other characters, and that is supposed to be more. Like, yesterday I've been playing a game with Aram against Florentino, and he just wrecked my ass. Like, that was crazy. I didn't even know that Florentino was able to do it like that. And I think with Aram, I'm like, it's like one of the better characters that I'm playing. At least that would be something that I would think. And look at that Telenas. That was beautiful. Like, that flash, that was really nice. Gave her the triple kill, well deserved. Really good game from her. Quad kill is even. So this game is almost over, guys. I will have my ult ready, and we're gonna ult in. I'm gonna take the Mail of Pain just for simple reasons, because I don't want this to end in the enemy's favor, not letting them have a comeback, but it didn't really matter because that was a closed file anyways. So yeah, this was my Maloch pre-premiere. I think it's another premiere. I didn't make a video with him so far, but nonetheless, it's just there for giving you some kind of short report on, oh, I got MVP, so I lied in the beginning. Well, never mind. Okay, and here you can see the beginner proficiency, like I didn't play him that often. I'm going to put me here so you can take a look on the stats. 12, I didn't die too often, 32 damage taken, that was alright. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. Leave a like if you like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm Void of Dust Gaming, and I wish you a pleasant evening. Bye bye guys.